If you're considering buying a home in Minneapolis, you better do your research before you move into the wrong neighborhood. Minneapolis is home to 83 different neighborhoods organized by 70 neighborhood associations. I'm Michael Kootsikas, a local resident of Minneapolis, and I've owned my home for about 8 years. And throughout all the transactions I've done in my career, I've helped people buy all over Minneapolis, and I've come to find out that this neighborhood seems to be just a little bit better than the rest. In this video, you will find out what makes Armatage the #1 neighborhood in my opinion. So please follow me as we get going on the tour. The reason people love living in Armatage is the location. Right behind me is Xerxes Avenue, which connects to Highway 62 that will take you all around the city. And then Highway 62 connects to 35W, a major road through Minneapolis. So accessibility is amazing. And that house you see in the background is actually an Edina home where you're gonna pay a whole heck of a lot more just to live. So why not live in Armatage, take advantage of everything Edina and Richfield have to offer down on Penn Avenue, and then in Edina you have 50th and France and Southdale Mall and Galleria, and it's all so close. So hey, why not Armatage? One of the top reasons that people move to Armatage is the sense of community. What better place to start the tour than at the community center in Armatage Park? Behind me is a skateboarding park, a playground, and I'm surrounded by all these soccer and baseball fields that are frequented all year long with tons of sports teams, families, and activities going on. Behind me is the Armatage Community Center, a great place for kids to gather, play pool, play basketball. It's also the place where the Armatage Neighborhood Association gathers on a monthly basis to talk about all the community building events and activities and events that it hosts throughout the year, including the magnificent Summer Festival movie night out where they have a big blow-up screen and have popcorn and have a lot of fun out here in the park, as well as the Fire and Ice Festival because they flood these baseball, soccer fields and host just a night of fun, have s'mores, campfire, you name it, we got it. Another great reason to move to Armatage and live here are all the fantastic parks. I figured since we're at Armatage Park, why not just continue the tour? Here is the school and the school park. Right behind me is a great place to go sledding too with the kids. And obviously we have more fields, playgrounds, and a lot of fun, and some tennis courts in the background too that have yet to be converted to pickleball. Here is the second of 3 parks in Armatage. This is Armatage Park, as my kids call it, Sand Park, because it used to be filled with sand instead of wood chips, but it was renovated about 2 years ago and they made that change. We have now made it to Washburn Tot Lot that was renovated just a few years ago as well. Here's a great spot for the older kids and a basketball court in the background, and a spot for the little munchkins as well. My kids call this Potato Park because the first time we were here we found a potato. And a new feature at the Tot Lot are going to be these flower beds, giving a buffer between the back alley and the actual park. There is just one school in Armatage, and it is the Armatage Elementary School. It used to be a Montessori, but it is now converted to just a traditional public elementary school. So if you move into the neighborhood, you should be going here and you won't have to win the lottery to get in. Armatage is also a fantastic school. As you can see here, U.S. News ranked Armatage very high in the state, and here's just a quick little overview if you'd like to read that. But Armatage is a fantastic place and we take a lot of pride in this school. Principal Searles, thank you for all you do for Armatage, but today on a Sunday, I'm sorry, but yes, I did take your spot that's reserved for the principal. Sorry about that. If you appreciate all the hard work I'm doing for you today and possibly convincing you to move to Armatage, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I will share with you the #1 tip when it comes to moving to a new neighborhood. and that is to never trust a real estate agent who advertises on a bus bench. I mean, it's just, ugh. And here comes one of my neighbors right now. There's Luke. There's Luke. Hey, what's up, Luke? The vast majority of homes in Armatage are single family. There are very few duplexes, multifamily, or apartment buildings, and very little zoned for commercial properties. Typically, you'll find a home built in the 50s, a 1-story or 1.5-story, but we are now starting to see a lot more renovated homes where they tear the roof off or completely tear it down and rebuild it, like the home on the left. Otherwise, the traditional home is that 1.5 story that you'll see on the right and on the left, and they are just solidly built and wonderful homes. Going back to a statement earlier about affordability, as you can see here, Armatage compared to Edina, which is just west of Armatage and west of Minneapolis, you'll see that Edina homes, price per square foot, are higher and they sell for a whole heck of a lot more. And now we'll compare Armatage to another southwest Minneapolis neighborhood called Linden Hills in the northwest corner of the neighborhood. Like Edina, you'll find that Linden Hills, the average sale price is much higher than Armatage, as well as the price per square foot. In my opinion, I'd rather have an Armatage home built in the 50s because they were built well. A lot of the homes in Linden Hills are much older. A lot of them have basements that have ceiling heights too low to be able to finish, and there's usually some dampness or water present in those basements. Linden Hills is located by Bade-Makaska and Lake Harriet. Obviously, location to the lakes is a major bonus. However, it makes it much harder to traverse the city and get around. Armatage is a hotspot for restaurants. You're going to find the famous Pizzeria Lola, Red Wagon Pizza, Colita, Book Club, Cave Vaughn, and it is just a great place to relax and enjoy those fun summer days. And if you haven't realized this yet, I actually do live in Armatage and love living here. Just like so many of my neighbors, we have no plans of ever moving out. If you thought this video was insightful, please click on either of these videos to learn more about Minneapolis.